Hi, Ingrid Blackburn here, and today I have some really cool new products by Catherine Pooler Designs. This is from the Freshly Picked collection, and we're going to do a little bit of multi-colored layered watercolor stamping. So I have a piece of paper that I've secured down, and then I'm going to secure a stencil on top, and this is the new Mod Flowers Stencil. It's really a cool design. You can see there's little flowers that are interlocking, and when they interlock, they create these really cool little triangles. And I love these little triangles. They have such a fine, funky design to them. So we're using the brand new brown ink that Catherine Pooler just released. And this is called Icing on the Cake. And it's a really deep, rich brown. But what I love about it, it has a little slight bit of warmth to it, which is what I'm always looking for when I have a brown. So you'll really enjoy this color. I love the depth of it, and you can see I just created kind of a faded out background. I wanted to add a little tiny bit more, so I'm just ever so slightly going just a little bit further. Whenever I'm trying to get this vignette look, I always start in the middle and just ease my way out. The key is to keep your hand light so that you get that really nice faded look there. So I have the look that I'm looking for, and you can see this is just a real light shading. I didn't go crazy dark. This brown goes much deeper. It's gorgeous. You'll see that when I stamp with it later. And it's just a beautiful color. Here's the other new ink that she just released. It's called Blackjack, and it's a super deep, beautiful, cool gray. And there's an example that I did with it. And you can see I went a little darker with that one towards the center, and then just really ease that out towards the side. But these are beautiful new neutral colors, and if you haven't tried out her inks, I definitely encourage that you do. We're going to do some bold stamping today, and this is the I Pick You stamp set, and this is also new. I'm showing you some of the dies that go with the fruits. We have a die for every fruit in this collection, and what's really nice about it is the dies, of course, are together, but it makes it a little easier to stamp with so that you can cut the die first and then stamp. We're going to use a mini mister to create our watercolor look. So I have my pear, and something that's pretty cool about this pear is it's got these really pretty little pockets on it. I'm going to show that to you up close here in a second. We're going to use Tiki torch, Tiara, and Tutti Frutti. You can see I'm pointing to these cute little circles, and that's just going to give you that character that you see in a pear. But we're doing a little watercoloring. That's more if you're traditionally stamping. We're going to do a little watercoloring, so you're not going to see it as much. So I have the Tiara ink that I inked up my stamp with, and I'm adding just a little bit of Tiki torch there to the end. So now I'm going to take a little bit of Tutti Frutti, and we're going to add that to the very tip of it. And I'm going to come back in with my lighter shade, and that is my Tiara. And what the whole purpose of this is to kind of blend out that edge that I have there. I don't want to get such a real harsh look. So by doing that, I have kind of a soft faded look. You can also achieve that a little bit by tapping your finger lightly on it, but by using the ink pad, and you can see I just wiped away any cross-contamination that I got onto my lighter pad there. By doing that, you have this real soft, subtle look, and I'm going to lightly spritz this 3 times, and I cannot say that enough, real light. I don't want to add too much water to this, but this helps give me that really nice blended look here. Now my stamp is a little stained from using some reds and pinks, so it looks like there's a lot more darker color on there, but there really isn't. There's just a slight bit on the edge there, and you can kind of see where it goes from Tiara to Tiki to Tutti Frutti, and I just love that look. It looks very natural, and that's how you can get a real natural layered watercolor look to your stamped images. Now I am going to speed this up and do this a second time. I am using 140-pound cold press watercolor paper by Canson, and that just really helps to absorb the water properly. If I were to do this on regular cardstock, the paper would not react as nicely, and I wouldn't get such a smooth image, and I have some weird little circles from where the fibers are not reacting well to the paper. So the one thing I love about Catherine Pooler inks is when you are stamping with bold images like this, you get such amazing coverage. So like I said, if you have not tried them, I really encourage that you do. At least try a couple. You can click the links below this video or in the actual blog post to get to the store and just really check them out. They are really wonderful inks, and I can't stop using them. You have such great, vibrant, rich colors. So I'm going to do the same thing with some greens. I'm using Lime Rickey and Grass Skirt, also by Catherine Pooler. Everything I'm using today is Catherine Pooler. And just kind of getting that nice blended look, again, spritzing it. And then I'm going to end up using the icing on the cake for the actual stem. This is a fun little project. I love doing this layered look with watercolor stamping because it's just so effortless and it looks so natural. You know, you can't really get this with just a straight stamped image. The watercolor and the blended look is just really nice. Now you can see I'm just going to layer just a strip of paper across, and I just cut this wide enough for my greeting. Just layering these pears right on top. There are other fruits in this set. It's a real versatile set, has some wonderful sayings along with some great images. And here you're going to get to see how wonderful this ink is. It's so easy, just some simple little love taps. Look at that coverage. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. And did you see how deep and dark the brown was? It's such a beautiful color. I'm so in love with these neutrals. I cannot wait for her to release more. Her colors are always so spot on. She takes a lot of time in creating them. And I just love this brown. But you can see how I went really light in the background, and you can see how deep and dark that brown is in the foreground. It's just beautiful. Just beautiful. So we're going to layer these and just glue these down. Anytime I use watercolor paper, I always use the Tombow Mono Multi-Liquid Glue. And we're just going to layer those down on top here. And I popped up the background, and there you have it. Here are some close-ups. Now, remember, I said I have another card, and that's right here at the end here. You'll see a glimpse into that kind of like steel gray background, that blackjack color with some pineapples that I did. And because I had so much going on in the background, I inked up my actual image, or my greeting, actually in blackjack, but I needed to edge it, and that really helped it to pop off the page a little bit. But look at this great watercolor look, and I used Tiki, Torch, and Tiara there. So here are a couple more videos if you want a little more inspiration. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Check out the shop, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.